Amanda?
Yeah, you're Alan?
Alan.
Alan, excuse me. We're matching. Maybe we're the most important. Top of the alphabet for a reason. And where are you from?
China? Have you ever heard?
I'm not very good at geography, but I know China. I used to have a Chinese neighbor. She would cook these really big meals, and it was real Chinese food, no orange chicken. But I need to go to China for real and eat Chinese food when I'm there.
When are you coming? Shanghai is popping.
Is it really?
Yes, also lots of American people here. You'll be able to make friends here.
I already have a friend. I already have you. If I wanted to make friends with a bunch of Americans, I would have stayed in America. I left America because I don't want to speak to only Americans.
Where are you now?
I live in Spain.
So you're traveling around. That's so cool.
I'm trying. I work in Spain right now. I'm a ballet dancer.
That is so cool.
Thanks. It's a weird job for sure, but I love it. It's my dream.
It's a great job. So elegant.
Thank you. I try.
How tall are you?
175 centimeters.
Oh, that is so tall.
I know.
I feel like your height, it would be very ideal to do modeling.
Yeah, I've done some modeling jobs.
Most female foreigners in Shanghai, they do modeling.
Oh, really?
It's either you teach English or you do modeling.
I can do both.
You could teach models English.
Whoa, I could do that for sure.
Let me be your agent. I take a 30% cut from you.
25 to start. If you do well, then 30.
Sounds good.
What do you do for work?
I'm an entertainer.
I mean, it makes sense. You have a nice personality. You're good to talk to.
So what made you like go to Spain?
I have always known that I wanted to live in Europe and see the world. My last year of university, I sent my audition materials all over the place, all over the world. Ballet de Barcelona said, yes, we'll hire you. So I took the job and I moved to Barcelona. One-way ticket with all my luggage. I didn't speak any Spanish and I just showed up.
That takes courage.
Thank you. It was definitely scary. A year has gone by and now I speak Spanish. I have friends, I have an apartment, I have a job.
You started a whole new life by yourself, not knowing where this is heading. So you must be relatively young.
I'm 22. And it doesn't always make financial sense. I was making way more money in America. And you? How old are you?
I'm 27. At this stage of life, I'm just, trying to save up, be prepared to start a family, like financial wise.
Is that what you want to do? Have a family?
Sometimes it just clicks. The day before, I'm like, okay, I'm still young. And then, I wake up the next day, I'm like, shit, I'm like not that young anymore. Maybe I should start a family, move to the next stage.
Settle down.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder when that'll hit me.
It'll hit you unexpectedly.
I used to say when I was younger that I'm never going to settle down. I'm never going to get married.
Exactly.
I'm never going to have a family. I was a nanny this past year for my neighbor. And I used to say, I never want kids. I never want kids. And I'm surprising myself how much I miss being with the baby. And they really made me very happy.
Yeah. Yo, it's like a trial for you to see what it's like to have a kid.
And at first I was like, oh my gosh, this baby is crying every hour. But then I got to watch his first steps and he started saying my name. It was really, really sweet. It kind of changed my mind a little bit. There are a lot of people that I grew up with that are still in my hometown.
Oh, I bet they never even left the town.
They all stayed in the same little state and they come back every weekend and drink with all the same people. If you're happy, I'm very happy for you. I could never be happy that way.
But it's like probably pretty stress-free. There's nothing bad about that.
And I'm sure they all have boyfriends and nice families and they're gonna have nice houses and good jobs. And sometimes I'm jealous, honestly.
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
I'm jealous of that life.
Because like when you get lonely and like you're like all by yourself in a different country, you got all the stress and like you're probably exhausted from work and stuff. Look at those friends and be like, what if I did that, right?
Yeah.
But like for them, they're like, shit. Sometimes they get bored. They're like, oh, what if I did what Amanda did, right? So like the grass is always greener. So like there's not like a right or wrong answer.
I like to think that stability is waiting for me somewhere in the future. So I can come back to that.
Exactly. Alright guys，经常看我视频的人肯定都知道，我这期视频使用的是 Cambly.com 这个来自美国硅谷的英语学习平台。自从我回国以来，到现在快3年多了，我一直都有在使用他们家的服务，体验也是非常好的。我个人最喜欢的一点就是在这个网站上面，你可以自己随时随地的在任何时间段可以上这个网站，找到一个非常专业的外教母语老师，跟你1对1的练习口语。而且甚至如果你有针对性需求的话，你可以直接在搜索栏输入 IELTS 或者 Interview 之类的这种关键词，然后可以进行一个非常针对性的训练。而且他们家的价格也非常的亲民，所以说如果你感兴趣的话，可以去 Cambly.com 注册一个新的账号，然后使用我的推荐码 Alan Talk， 就可以额外再白嫖15分钟的免费课时。那么如果你决定购买他们家的月度套餐的话，甚至通过这个推荐码，你还可以再额外获得一个8折的优惠。如果感兴趣的话，可以去 Cambly.com 了解一下。那我们现在继续回去看视频。
I'm from Greece. I'm half Greek, half Australian.
Wow, Greece. That is many beautiful women. Countries they fight each other for a Greece lady. Name is Helen.
I know that. Yes.
Millions people die, and they even had the Trojan horse built just for a woman. Everything for a Greece woman.
We're worth it.
Yeah, Do you know in America, girls look for height, money, status, clout. What about a Greece woman?
A good husband who supports them financially, loves them, stuff like that.
I see. Good-looking guy who's tall and has money.
I don't know if that's necessarily it.
Yeah, so here's the thing though. I've always wanted to find a Greek girl in my life. Here's my certification, 5'10". My appearance, I rate myself 6.9 out of 10. I think I'm almost 7, but not really 7.
Wow, you're a harsh critic of yourself.
Sit down and stay humble. I'm really good at math. I'm fairly good at English. And I'm really, really good at Chinese.
Wow, okay.
And I make girls laugh.
So are you looking for a Greek wife?
That would be very, very ideal. If you could possibly be the plug.
Why don't you visit Greece so you can find a Greek lady here?
It's very time and money consuming for me to actually go there. If I have a friend who's there already can help me out, that would be very ideal.
And have you seen a lot of Greek women?
I've talked to a few on the internet before. They were all very, very nice to me. They're more family focused.
Okay.
Also beautiful. Are you single?
How old are you?
Are you single by any chance?
I am single. Yeah, I am single.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am 27.
I just turned 26 actually last week.
We good.
Get married, yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, the thing is that I don't think I'm like most traditional Greek women. Do you feel like you're ready to like settle down and have a family and everything?
Yes, whenever. I could do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Like I'm down.
How come?
I think it's just I've had my fair amount of fun, and I think I'm 27, so it's time for me to settle down.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
Have you ever fallen in love before, like had another relationship?
Yes, a few times.
And how did they go?
They taught me a lot about life, and I think I'm way more ready for like a serious relationship now because of my past experience.
I feel like there's a lot of people that get married like irresponsibly. Marriages end in divorce. If I ever get married, I will want to do it like very consciously. Be sure of my decision. Be sure that this is the person that I want to be with and to spend my life with.
I'm from Ireland. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
My name is Alan. I'm from China. I'm a podcaster.
Cool. What kind of topics do you cover on your podcast?
Like recently we have this celebrity. He's like a professional ping pong player. He got into debt.
Okay.
He had a gambling problem.
I see. When we talk about debt in general, we don't want to pluralize it. Just debt.
Why is it spelled D-E-B-T?
Oh, to answer that question, I would probably need a time machine and travel back in time, ask the writers of the Collins English Dictionary.
So somebody messed up.
It probably comes from the morphing of the language over time. When this word first appeared, it was probably pronounced as dept, but then that's quite difficult to say. So as generations progressed, we just kind of lose those sounds, but the spelling remains the same.
Like everybody's like reading the dictionary, we're trying to like pronounce the word and we just like dept.
Would you consider yourself an ambitious person in general?
I try to be.
Why do you think you try to be ambitious? What are the positive things that come from being ambitious? Isn't it better just to kind of relax and stay at home and not work too hard and just enjoy life?
I get what you're saying. I feel like we're not designed to come to this world to be happy.
Oh, I 100% agree. I mean, happiness, it doesn't last. I mean, you could be happy, what, for 10, 15 minutes, and that's it. After that, you're going to get bored.
It's staying home and playing video games that's happy, but we're not built for that.
I have a lot of friends who play too much video games, and you can see they get really depressed after they do it. They think it makes them happy, but actually it makes them sad.
That's because it's not in our genes. The purpose of gaming is like make you feel like you're achieving something. You're trying to get the virtual money, you're trying to level up, unlock all the new characters and stuff, but that's like an artificial sort of achievement. It tricks your brain temporarily, but in the long term, you probably feel very depressed. You're not really achieving nothing.
Exactly. I'm quite interested in philosophy. It seems like you are too.
There's always the question, why are we here? What's the meaning of life? Everyone's trying to figure that out. In order to figure that out, you definitely have to dip your toe into the philosophy.
You do, definitely. I would consider myself a nihilist, where I kind of tell myself there is no meaning to life. When we die, that's it, and everything's a big accident. A lot of people tell me that's a negative way to look at the world. I think it's quite positive. What do you think about nihilism?
There's no meaning behind anything.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we die and none of this really matters, and we don't even know if this is the reality or not. Nihilism makes sense. Like it's a little negative.
Kind of like a cop-out, right?
If there's no meaning, then why even trying? That doesn't align with my philosophy.
For me, it's like there is no meaning, but we have to try because we're humans. It's like I could wake up in the morning, I'm a nihilist, I could say nothing matters. Why do I even get out of bed? Well, I have to poo, I have to pee, I have to eat food. We're physiological creatures, we have needs. My mental health is quite good, thankfully, so it's kind of boring for me just to stay in bed and do nothing. It's more interesting for me to learn something.
Makes sense. I mean, long term, there's no meaning behind anything. But in our short span of time, make the most out of it.
That's what we would call existentialism, giving our own meaning to life, even though there is none. That's great. I love having these kind of conversations, especially with people who can speak at a high level like you. Can I ask a personal question, Alan?
Yeah.
When is your birthday?
September 10th.
Oh, you're a Virgo. It's a good sign. Very analytical, like very clean. You want your food to be perfect. You want other people to be perfect. Do you think that's true?
Yes, 100%. I'm a perfectionist.
Do you think being a perfectionist is a strength or a weakness?
It's a double-edged sword, definitely.
Excellent. Do you believe in astrology? Do you think it's something that could be true? The time of year that you're born kind of determines your personality?
I feel like it doesn't make sense to me. How does like being born on a certain month make sense?
Well, there's a lot of factors, like environmental factors, for instance. If you're born in the summer, the sunlight that your mother gets when you're in her womb for the last few months, that makes a difference. The relative age to our classmates. So if you're born in September, but your classmate is born in January, there's going to be a big academic difference between you guys. There is a lot of different varying factors coming into it.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, and I think it does as well for the Chinese astrology, because I heard that if you're born in the year of the dragon in China, it's quite competitive because a lot of people want to have dragon children. Do you believe in the Chinese system of astrology? And what animal are you in the zodiac?
Yeah, I'm a pig.
Oh, that's a good one. That's good for money, I've heard.
Oh wow, I guess that's why I'm so money hungry.
I guess.
The more we talk about it, the more it makes sense.
Have you ever been outside of China, Alan?
I've been to the States.
Was it very different from China?
It's not as safe as China, like crimes and gangs.
Do you think that we have to sacrifice some of our freedom in order to attain a safe society?
I do believe so. It's like if you sacrifice the right to have weapons, then we don't have shooting problems. It really just like depends, and you gotta find that perfect balance.
I think so. I think so.
Alright guys,如果你们也想像我这样和外教欢乐对线的话，可以进入 Cambly.com 注册新用户，输入我的 code ALLENTOP 就可以白嫖他们15分钟的免费课时。那么如果你们喜欢这一期视频的话，不要忘记给我点赞加关注。我们下一期视频再见，拜拜。